I know the last couple of sessions, you've seen some really beautiful provocations. And provocations are just invitations, right? They're invitations to be curious. It's an invitation to be inquisitive. It's an invitation to wonder about something. And one thing I like to do in my classroom is, I shift a little bit into more of I wonder statements. And with an I wonder statement, students can take it or leave it. It's just, I'm just wondering about a thing, right? So it could be something simple like, I don't feel the sunshine today. I wonder why that is. I know why it is. There's clouds in the sky, right? I logically know why this is happening. But I'm just going to put an I wonder statement out there. They might start looking around. They might look up and see there's some clouds. Someone might point out that there's clouds. I'm like, I wonder how the clouds got there. I don't have to give them the answer. I know exactly how the clouds got there, right? But part of their learning process is them getting to wonder, right? Wondering about everyday things that are happening in their lives. And again, an I wonder statement, I'm not asking them to do anything. Again, they could take it, they could leave it. Sometimes I make an I wonder statement and they completely ignore me. And I'm like, okay, they're not interested in that. And that's a lot of information and data for me. Now I know, okay, they might not be interested in this topic right now. Maybe I'll shift to something else. Maybe I'll make an I wonder statement about a ladybug and that starts a 30-minute conversation about bugs and ladybugs and where they come from and what they eat, right? And that gets them to be curious about a topic. And now I have information that tells me, okay, they seem to be interested in this. And the questions they start asking based on those conversations gives me so much data that I can take into the rest of our curriculum. So if they're interested in bugs, are they interested in what they look like? Are they interested in what they eat? Are they interested in where the bugs live? But that gives me a lot of information about what their interests are and what their interests might be. So then as I'm planning my curriculum, as I'm planning out what do I want to do as a provocation, now I have an idea about what they're thinking about. Because we can ask children direct questions, and sometimes you can get some good information from them by asking them direct questions. But when I ask them a direct question like, do you like bugs? Or what do you think the bug is doing, right? I'm leading them in a direction. And that doesn't tell me what they're interested in. That tells me what I'm curious about them being interested in. But that's not really telling me what they're interested in, right? And so just switching over to, I just wonder, it could be the silliest thing. I wonder why the sky is blue. I don't have to have an answer to that question, right? And sometimes they're not looking for an answer to that question. Sometimes, if they are looking for an answer and I don't have that answer, it's a beautiful thing to tell children, you know what, I don't know, but let's find out together. Because in the classroom, I never pretend to be the all-seeing, all-knowing being that knows everything in the classroom, right? Part of that learning is showing them how to figure things out, showing them where I can find information. So whether that is in a book, maybe if they're interested in a very specific thing, maybe it's garbage trucks, maybe I can get a sanitation worker to come into the classroom and answer their questions, right? There's so many ways that we can gather information. And I think that's the beauty of our role as educators in the classroom.